Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Alan Pennington. I'm a licensed marriage family therapist in Nashville, Tennessee. And with everything going on with the coronavirus and the tornadoes and the stock markets, I thought this would be a really good time to stop, pause, and maybe talk to you some about how to relax and deal with some of this anxiety and stress that's going on. So, part of the presentation is going to be a little psycho ed just about anxiety and stress. And then part of it is going to be more on just using some tools to help you to learn how to maybe better manage your anxiety and stress. Um, if you're interested, on my website, www.diveintoabetterlife.com. I'll have a summary of the article. You just go to there, click on journal, and there'll be a download. One of the things I'm going to be using during this presentation is a little summary here that I'll show you. So here's a summary of some of the things I'm going to be talking about, and this will be on my website, diveintoabetterlife.com, that you can get to under the journal entry. And then you can download that. Feel free to share it. Let's see. I'm still getting used to this a little bit, so stop that. Cool. So the first thing I want you guys to do is to think about in your body right now, in this moment, how much stress and anxiety do you feel in your shoulders, your neck, your back, your stomach, or wherever it is that you carry your anxiety. So 0 to 10, 0's being none at all, 10's being the most you can imagine. So most people might say somewhere between a 4 and a 6. So over the course of the next few minutes, I want to help give you some tools to, let's say you're at a 6 right now, hopefully get you to bring that down to maybe a 2 or a 3, or maybe even less. So one of the things that I'm going to ask you to do several times during the video is deep breath in, deep breath out. And when I say that, what I mean is count to 4 in your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you breathe in, hold that for 4 counts, and then slowly breathe out. And as you breathe in, just think of breathing in good energy, holding that energy in there. And as you breathe out, just think of releasing that any stress or anxiety in your body. So do that with me one more time, breathing in, holding, and breathing out. And just doing that breathing a couple times, 2 or 3 times, notice now the stress in your body from a 0 to 10, where it is. If it was a 6, is it a 5.5 or a 5? But just doing that slow, deep breathing exercise called 4x4 breathing, just by itself can be a great tool to help reduce your stress. And if you'll do that every day, like once an hour, just take a minute or 2 minutes to do that breathing exercise and notice your anxiety before and after. It can really help you to keep that level of anxiety down. Now, as I'm talking, feel free to practice that breathing exercise and just notice the stress in your body. But I want to take just a minute here and talk to you about when I say stress, I'm going to refer to that as what's going on around you, whether it's stock markets or financial issues or the tornadoes or everything is closed or I can't get toilet paper or whatever it is, the stuff that's going on outside creates stress on us. Now, how we choose internally, either subconsciously or consciously, to process that information can create anxiety in our bodies. So you can have 2 people that have the exact same experience, and one person is just totally stressed to the max, and the other person is just as calm as a cucumber. And the difference is the internal messages that we tell ourselves. So what I'm going to encourage you as you feel the stress coming up, if you see something on a news feed or you walk into a grocery store and there's not something that you need, Just take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And if you just repeat, it's going to be okay. That's going to help you to stay calm inside. If you have that message inside, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. Where am I going to get this thing? What's going to happen? When can I go back to work? What if I don't, all those messages, which really are about a lot of things that you may not be able to do anything about, just tend to create a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. So just focusing on that simple message, it's going to be okay. What do I need to do right now in this moment? On the summary page that I put up and I showed you just a minute ago, there's also a link to a website for 4x4 breathing. So you can read through that. This one happens to be a link by the Navy SEALs. The Navy SEALs actually use 4x4 breathing. So if it's good enough for the Navy SEALs, I think maybe it's good enough for the rest of us too. But it's a great tool. I use it regularly with my clients, and it's really an awesome thing to do. So I'm going to change screens here again. While I do that, just take another slow, deep breath in and a slow, deep breath out. And as you take that slow, deep breath in and slow, deep breath out, I want you to notice again, where is your anxiety on a 0 to 10? If you started at a 6 or a 7, notice, is it going down? Is it staying the same? Is it going up? But my expectation is, as you breathe and think about consciously relaxing your body slowly in and out, that the stress and the anxiety is going to slowly dissipate from your body as well. One of the other things that I recommend for my clients, and maybe some of this seems a little bit silly to you, but this is my little stuffed animal friend. This is Chauncey, and a lot of people don't know, but my dog Chauncey is actually named after my stuffed animal Chauncey, who was named after Geoffrey Chaucer from Knight's Tale. And if you haven't seen Knight's Tale, it's hysterical. The scene in particular that I like, where Geoffrey Chaucer is walking down the road without any clothes on. And the guy says, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm trudging." And he goes on to explain what trudging is. So anyway, I thought that was really funny. So that's why I named this guy Chauncey. And then I also have Chauncey, my dog. But having a stuffed animal to hold the feeling, the soft feeling as you're doing these deep breaths in and out, it can be a stuffed animal, it can be a little stress toy, it can be a slinky, but having something in your hands, if you've got a dog, Chauncey's over here looking at me like, "What are you doing, Dad?" Or a cat, great way to reduce stress, reduce anxiety. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I'm going to swap screens here again. I just went on to Amazon and searched for stuffed animals. Here's a little stuffed animal I have. It's from A Color of His Own, which also happens to be a children's book, which is really good. If you search for A Color of His Own on Amazon, you'll see a really good little children's book. But there's all kinds of stuffed animals here. And as you looked at the stuffed animals and you take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and just think, there's some things with a lot of good energy. This little unicorn, I don't think is worried about anything. And that's really what you want to channel your energy on. Just being in the current moment, deep breath in, deep breath out, and not really, don't worry about things that you can't do anything about. And when you finish breathing and you get your stress down and you think, okay, what do I want or need to do in this moment right now? And then do that. But the lower your stress is, the better your decisions are, and just the better you're going to feel. Let me go back to my other document here. Yes. Another thing you can do to help reduce your stress is to watch happy things. I put together a Cozumel video, which is nothing but about 10 minutes of just relaxing pictures and fish, and it's just got a little music, a little bit of sounds of the ocean. So I'm turning it up right now. Maybe you can hear that a little bit. But the link to this, you can search for Cozumel, February 2020, relax, and bring this video up. But just sitting and watching this, doing some deep breathing in and out, notice where the stress, anxiety is in your body, and just releasing that stress. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Just feeling the stress and tension just floating away as you listen to those pleasant sounds. And as you notice positive things in your life, if you're taking a hike and you're listening to a stream, take a 30-second video of that stream and then just play it back every once in a while you do your deep breathing. Or if you're outside and the trees are blowing and it just sounds, the sounds of summer, the birds, are chirping, take a 30-second video. Did I say 30 minutes? 30-second video or 45 seconds just to play back to yourself periodically. And deep breath in, deep breath out. Watching happy things just naturally makes you feel better. I'm not going to go to all these other videos that I've suggested, but here's a swing dance video that's just really fun. It's about, 6 or 8 minutes. Good music, good fun dancing. Havana Dance, the song Havana. If you haven't heard that, you need to. It's great. It's fun. Watch that. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Brene Brown, one of my favorites. She has a video on Netflix right now, The Call to Courage. It's about an hour long, but it's great. It's really insightful. And even though it's been on there for several years, a lot of things that she says really, I think, speak to the stress and anxiety and tension that's going on right now. So it's a great video. Brene Brown on empathy is a little 6-7 minute cartoon on empathy, really fun. So I think you'll enjoy that if you get a chance to watch it. But as you watch these happy things, as you practice doing the breathing, you notice where the stress is in your body, and you stay in the current moment, your stress is going to go down. You're going to feel better. You're going to be happier. You're going to make better decisions. It's just going to improve your life. I didn't put this in here, but as you're thinking about happy things, stay hydrated. I had a client, I said, how do you feel? I feel terrible, and asked several different questions. How much water have you had today? Oh, well, I don't really drink much water. I'm like, ah! It's like, you don't have to drink a gallon a day, but at least drink 32 ounces or 48 ounces of water a day. I guarantee it's going to make you feel better. If you've got to have your cup of coffee, great. If you've got to have your Coke once in a while, great. But please, please, please get in 2 or 3 16-ounce glasses of water. Guarantee it's going to make you feel better. Number 5 here, a lot of people are just so focused on what's going on. They're camping out on social media. They're camping out on the news websites. They're watching all of these things all day long. Naturally, that's going to stress you out. That's not going to make you feel good. Everybody wants to know what's going on. Give yourself 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the afternoon or whatever to go check in and see what's going on and, get yourself up to date. But don't let yourself just sit there for hours at a time. I know we've got a lot of time. We're all shut down. Get a puzzle, read a book. There's lots of suggestions on Facebook. You can go to the national parks online now. You can go to several museums for free. Lots of good things to do. But staying away from just, the news feeds and all that stuff. Blah. Number 6, Praying, meditating is always a good thing. And maybe sometimes just praying and meditating to stay in the current moment. Asking God to give you some peace, some calm, sending that peace and calm out to other people. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Number 7, doing positive things, whether it's saying something nice to a person in the store, or writing a note to somebody, or making a little 30-second video of happy sounds, posting that on Facebook, or, you know, the more positive energy that you give, the more positive energy you're going to get back. So I was at a gas station the other day, and the attendant was emptying the trash cans, and I was making chit chat with my appropriate social distancing. Okay, we had our 6 feet, uh, and he was out there. He was smoking a cigarette, which is fine. I don't care. I said, how you doing? What's going on? He'd been taking breaks. No, because I just have to make my own breaks. I said, well, I didn't see anything. I think you're just doing a great job. You're just a young man out here working hard, doing a great job. And he just grinned. Just, and particularly now that we're not really having a lot of contact with folks, we have to make more of an effort to try to reach out, I think. Number 8, do some stretching, do some yoga, take a walk. If you're just sitting at your desk and you're stressed, when you're breathing, use your arms. Take a deep breath in and raise your arm up way high like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Oh, release it back out. Then do your other arm. If your shoulders are really stressed, your neck is stressed, move your neck around. Or when you breathe in, take your shoulders up. Release them back down. Just kind of feel those moving around. And realize that, this stuff is not going to last forever. I don't know if it's going to be 2 months or 6 months or whatever, but we're going to get back to normalcy. It's going to be okay. We're going to pull together. And God has got this. It's going to be okay. If you're still having stress, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, or whatever, really having a hard time calm down, talk to a therapist. There's lots of therapists out there. A lot of people are not coming to therapy because they're afraid of, contact, but a lot of therapists are doing video therapy. I'm doing video therapy. You can contact me, Alan, at divingtobetterlife.com, or you can go to my website and click on that. But there's lots of people out there. Talk to your minister, talk to somebody, but deep breath in, deep breath out, do some self-care, whatever that looks like for you. And breathe. Take a couple more deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Just notice how you feel in your body on a 0 to 10. And it's going to be okay. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day. This is Alan Pennington, divingtobetterlife.com.